Bring this thing on up. How are folks doing? So we're breaking out the old stream profile, which we haven't seen in a little while. I don't know how the volume settings are going to be for streaming.
The seat of your denial, perched precariously in the murky gloaming.
Also, apparently I hadn't touched this since achievements went live, because I just got like 20 of them.
You have cowered in your crumbling denial long enough.
Alright, so let's play with our settings. About like that, maybe. We'll see how this goes.
Commonalities between the mythos of ancient cultures was not a new area of study for either of us. But it was there that we first noticed the pattern.
I think it might just be the voice side setting the activity.
Where lost
and
souls
I'm hoping we've nailed that
to
down
find
now,
their
but,
way.
Let me check my... Oh, hey, no, I think Windows got my sound settings again. At the moment. Windows nerfed my mic. It was sitting at 75% output. Yeah, no, when everyone said, go away with that. In fact, we're going to go through here and just click anything that says I haven't looked at it, and it can go away. Thank you. Alright, so we've got a couple of folks we haven't unlocked yet on the stream profile, so we'll work on that. But everyone we do have, I think, is fully kitted. Yes. Alright, so let's go for...
Amorous slips unseen into the catacombs of the mind.
one of our more basic setups.
Indiscriminate science stains the surgeon's hands.
Oh, yeah, miscount. That'll do.
Making peace with adversity is the very essence of existence.
Not Bash. We're looking for Hugh. There we go. I'm still not a giant fan of Tempest Leper. I love the extra damage, but I hate the lowered hit points. But he's really good at staying right up front and causing loads of mayhem. Probably we should check some quirks too. That's gotta go. The rest of this is basically fine. Probably we need to like focus real hard on picking up paths at some point, because I have found playing around that like my runs get vastly more successful as I add paths.
This rutted roadway will...
And as always, if anyone's got questions, throw them out there, or thoughts, or whatever. But, you know, we're open and live today, and I'm going to enjoy it, folks.
You see, even your valley is not immune to the spreading stain.
Not quite done. Go ahead and render him done. There we go.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see. Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you. The fire is lit. The table is set. The inn awaits its favorite guests. precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
So here's our first little change. The Radiant Flame is accessible from the beginning, and just makes your runs a little easier. This is a pretty minor one and doesn't seem to come with the candle penalty that I seem to remember, so let's just grab that. I mean, why not? I'm a little tempted by both the trunk, because I always seem to have a lot of inventory management going on, and by the Greater Gilded. Because, okay, 15% death blow resistance not something you ever want to be using, but 25% stress resist? Just good all around. We'll grab some whiskey, because it's very cheap and bumps relationships. We'll put a little bit of food out there just to bump hit points in the front of our line. And that's also where we're going to focus the first set of relationship bonuses.
Your coach must be maintained if it is to carry you where you must go. Listen, practice, improve.
Hey, Dragon House. Some stuff that kind of absolutely gets bumped when, depending on the build we're doing. Ideally, I would like to keep him in the fight and having vision, so we'll lower the odds of him self-blinding. It's not the best move, probably, with our early mastery. Look, no one wants to talk about tutorial stuff. Go away. Go away, go away, go away. I am sitting right in front of... yeah, our resources. Not that it's really concerning.
Rain, fire, and rot.
No scouting plus avoid the Hoarder. That is miserable.
From this madness.
No watchtower, more safe routes. We'll try for the sprawl then.
Our great cities burn. All that beauty and knowledge. Ash on the wind.
Quick check. No relationship changes, which we didn't really expect because the first in discourages them in both directions.
Behold, the great cities of man, ruined and aflame.
So here's one of my favorite little things that's changed in the game. It stops and makes you decide on these now.
Safe passage along this stretch. A welcome reprieve.
And we're not going to go for a boss right out the gate. Because, let's not do the really stupid thing, shall we? Audrey would like to steal her food. Dismas would like to just get in items. Baldwin would like to get their food by working for it. I'm gonna go ahead and take the -5. This will give us a big relationship penalty with Audrey there, but whatever. But in-items are kind of our jam. And for folks who haven't played in a while, one of the other new things is road hazards, and we're going to see one right here. Which strip down armor off the coach. Would we like to fight, or also fight? I guess we're fighting.
Petty hindrance.
Yeah, suddenly Paracelsus is in a bad position and we get to do exactly nothing. Yeah, you just stand there a minute and look impressed. Impressive. Whatever.
Greater threats await those who dare.
I see we're going to have that bad relationships for everyone with Audrey Day going on. I'm realizing as I look at this that there's no good spot for my head to be. Because if I'm over here, you're not seeing what skill... If I'm over here, you're not seeing what skills are doing. If I'm over here, I'm hiding enemy stats.
A brilliant conclusion.
I was not really expecting Magnesium Rain to do much against the fire guys. Wow, Baldwin can literally do nothing. He's absolutely locked into pass because he can't move forward one because of where Paracelsus is sitting there immobile. Hey, Jinx, how you doing? Thank you so much for the resub. And yeah, 42. It seems I've said a couple of times, it doesn't seem like I've been doing this thing that long, but, you know, apparently yes. Yes, we have. And it's great. And thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out with us and making this whole thing possible. It's lots of fun. Glad to be here with you. We're kind of ignoring this guy because he's got enough dots on him that he should explode. And that was a mistake, possibly. Yeah, because I think this guy has a heal.
Observe the subject carefully.
He does.
And you will discover its weaknesses.
So we just got a little lucky there.
Malaise. Measured and steady.
That was silly, but also very funny. Yeah, absent any other plan for you, since you can't hit anything, why don't you just lower your stress? Because it's not like that guy wasn't accounted for at this
Cut
point.
down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Well, that's worth a bit of a laugh. We got the disease and movement resist trinket that his path would have granted him if we'd gone with that. I'm going to put the parrying patriarch on him because he's picking up a bunch of dodge anyway from evasive. Well, he's picking up a bunch of dodge anyway from evasive, but it's already the advanced dodge. Where's he getting the rest of that dodge from? I don't know. Don't really have a lot of other sources of dodge in the party. We'll come back to that notion. Either way, we're going to lose more coach armor here, which is rough. Because ideally, we kind of want to spend our time fully armored up. Baldwin is starting with regular dodge. What was that from? On guard, okay. That might be a way to go.
Your violence and apply.
Although we'd have to make it to end of round with dodge tokens left for it to matter. Oh no, don't trap Baldwin in the front of the party. What will we do? I mean, okay, admittedly, one thing we won't be doing is point-blank shotting, which is kind of a shame, but we'll just steal his defense tokens instead. So there. He's probably dead on his turn after next, but we'll see. Well, he's done. Yeah, unfortunately adding a heal someplace where we desperately could not afford one. Fortunately, we managed to get the exact heal dealt back in damage, so problem solved. But yeah, that skill is a bear. Put him into making a check on his turn. I guess probably put her into making a check on her turn, because I seem to remember that the...
Analysis is the natural prelude to action.
Unique one is the lady.
An opportunity. Squandered. Sweet reprieve. Until the next test is put before you.
We're going to combine up those because the penalty is largely negated by the Greater Gilded Mind. And I don't mind letting her magnesium do some resist piercing. I'd like to sneak the Parrying Patriarch on Baldwin, so I think we'll just pull the ringer off him and throw it over to Paracelsus, because now it's funny. I was going to say, we weren't avoiding the Hoarder, were we? No, we're avoiding the Watchtower, which we've already successfully done. Alright, in fact, Paracelsus wants to visit Hoarders. He wants to go to the Tangle. Baldwin would like to go to a hospital. Well, we can get the hospital done on the way. And at that point, we just need another assistance encounter. And to enter the Tangle. Everyone, by the way, has their own unique missions now, which
Rubble and
is
flame.
a good way to just add in some candles where you can make them happen. Some of them are a lot easier than others. The harder ones give you more candles, obviously. And then there's a few which I kind of find myself going, I don't know how we're going to make that happen. You know, basically any day someone offers me the pancakes, we're taking
A
the
sound
pancakes.
investment in roads yet untraveled.
We could not exactly afford any of the great big toys anyway. Grab the chocolates because they're great. Otherwise, I think I can mostly leave this. I still hit escape to leave the border, it still doesn't work. Hey Ish, how you doing? I mean, we'll need the whiskey for it, but,
The coach's plating is spent. We are exposed.
yeah, they want the last of our plates.
She understands the futility of her work, but undertakes it nonetheless.
Did I mention I want Curmudgeon gone? Now it's gone. Definitely pick up some healing salve for later. The rest of this I can mostly take or leave. There's some stuff in there that's great, but not, like, immediately worry about it great. And then there's 2 candles from the field hospital one. This is not a new file. We're progressing off of our previous stream file. Alright, dear everyone, please be on the fire.
Malaise, measured and steady. What can we learn upon closer inspection?
Is there something special about Clarion Call that doesn't trigger riposte? Because, that was weird. Feel like that definitely should have triggered that. Quite enough to put him clear down, but he didn't give himself regen, so the altar is now done. Yeah, that's twice. Clarion Call is definitely not triggering a pause. That feels weird. Also, pardon me, I would like your buffs. They are good buffs, and I will have them.
A slow dissection, an unavoidable end.
Survived the death's door check, did not survive attacking.
Cleared with impunity. The enemy weakens and wanes.
Okay, 6 points on her. Even if they weren't regening, that wouldn't be a kill shot. So we'll cause of death that out, because I would like to not take more stress now, thank you. I'm also very likely misusing the hell out of the Deadeye, because I probably should be working on getting her out in dagger strikes rather than
Sweet
lights.
reprieve until the next test is put before you.
But, you know, whatever.
Abates.
That'll put us to the end. I'm going to stand up and take a quick stretch and, more importantly, get coffee, because I did not do that before I started camera. I had something else to drink, and it was pretty nice, but coffee now, so I'm back. Here we go, coffee. Anyway, I'm gonna make faces at you now. So there. What do we got? First things
Planning
first.
and mindfulness.
Let's just
As
bolt the
vital to
pancakes in.
survival as sharpened steel.
The bad relationship is Audrey Dismas, but realistically, none of the relationships are great. And they really did not get a ton there. The run is going alright, although I encountered something that I don't know if is a bug or not, and wouldn't mind your opinion on. Clarion Call does not appear to trigger riposte. Ever.
Listen. Practice. Improve.
Oh, yeah, we are not going to be able to afford repairs. That's rough.
Conventional fare.
It also means we're not affording anything, really. Which is kind of a what can you do.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
This right here is a very silly approach to life. We're just going to go nuts with the dirge book, and then use the Rousing Tunes book to drop it back down a bit on the stress. Not affecting Audrey because she's austere, but whatever. It's a big bump in everyone's relationships. Probably the cheaper approach to that would have been roast pig. But, you know, didn't see it. Didn't realize we had that unlocked on this run. But that improves our relationships a ton.
Everywhere in ruin.
Now, because we're running Denial, there's only the one option here, so we're going to the Tangle regardless. And want to try and hit the Oasis for candles.
Trenches and tents. The front lines of a war that was never fought.
But we had some good news hit, which is some relationships happen.
While the heart still beats, desire will never die. Tried and tested. A bond to be counted on.
That's good stuff all around. Ow. Don't mind me, I just failed the chair.
War. Rewards. Resignation.
I tried to tuck my other foot up under me, and my knee decided, I don't feel like holding you right now. Alright, so we need an assistance encounter and the Hoarder. The Hoarder is easy, and we can catch an assistance encounter on a couple of lines. So I think ideally I'd like to catch that left line and stay there for a bit. Because, let's just not go taunt the Shambler right now. Not feeling it this early.
The loathing whispers. Let us hope their desperation can be eased.
This would be so much more tempting if we actually needed wheels. Yeah, I mean, there's circumstances where I'd definitely consider going for it, but I'd like to have a few more mastery points under our belt. And, better paths, and, you know, better train. Basically, like, we're talking Zone 3. Not Zone 2 on a rough pass on it. That route.
Scavenge what you can, and be off once more.
Well, using that pipe weed to try and sort things out. The vintage study option is kind of great, so we'll go with that. Because if I remember right, that's going to be the wine reward.
Through the shelves, laden with echoes of indistinct ideas. An unexpected find.
Yeah, so this is exactly the wine reward I wanted. -3 stress to 2 targets, and +2 relationship. 4 doses. That is a run winner right there. The relationship system has improved enormously-ish. In particular, the thing where combat relationships happen on actions is a lot more understandable and visible. At least for actions you're taking. If I spot any examples, I'll try and slow down and pay attention and show you. But we've got a positive relationship going on here, and as you can see over there, over here on the other side, at the far, far end, it says respectful and grants dismiss dodge when you do this, and it also has the little yellow outline. That's because this is a positive relationship improved skill. So we pop that, and dismiss gets an extra dodge token. Similarly, Paracelsus gets a attack token from this. Relationship changes now also only happen at the end, and should, I think, persist through the entire area, though that may change on meltdowns. Not 100% on that one.
The slow suffering begins.
But yeah, I'm overall of the opinion that it's a lot better than it was.
Cut down these nightmares and blaze the trail to your redemption.
Everyone would like to attack, okay. That's the relationship we need the biggest buff on. Any opinion I have on the flagellant will be based on how that was during testing, which I can't tell you. I guess past that, I think he's fun. I think he's lots of fun.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
I think everyone would like him. I think his face is a little pretty.
To finish this quickly.
We'll start talking about him more in actual play in a bit, though, because I fully intend to pick him up today.
A breakthrough.
Well, he's done. Yeah, it doesn't matter if that misses. The whole purpose of that was to get the corpses out of the way.
Another impediment, cleared with impunity. An inkling of potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
I'm a little tempted by the stun resist on that.
Whispers.
Unfortunately, not really enough to drop either of these on Baldwin. Yeah, not a tough decision. We still need to order. Unfortunately, we're going to lose an armor here again.
The coach's plating is spent. We are exposed.
Which is going to make things a little tight. Similarly, we're going to bump 2 loathing here. So if this space adds loathing, we're going to get the loathing trigger, and I hate it.
Prevent the cult's descent from the mountain.
I was going to say it, I've got strong doubts we can afford anything worth talking about, and the answer is no, we cannot.
The loathing festers.
That was the point, though. Because that clears all of that.
The loathing howls.
We did not, however, get the supreme anti-lock, because instead of gaining a loathing here, we'll lose one from the fight. That attack is still vicious. Especially stacked up so excessively that way. Alright, they're done. Excuse me.
An invariable result.
Shouldn't you be dead? I'm really sure you should be dead. You can stop spamming that any time, pal. Yeesh.
Amidst the spoils, an artifact of unparalleled power. The loathing festers.
Don't really have a good target for the get more heals from skills thing here. I think we'll go ahead and lose the parrying patriarch because it's not amazing there.
Let us hope to finish this quickly.
Just adjust back to position as hard as we can do here.
Another blow on the bruise.
Rude.
A miscalculation, perhaps. Let us hope they find...
Not getting anywhere where one of my healers is. So I guess we're just losing Paracelsus. Miserable like that. Utterly miserable.
For every miscalculation, a consequence.
New feature of if you lose a hero, your hero remains usually, which deliver to the inn for candles. So I guess there's that. Not happy with it. Better than nothing. Not much better, you understand, but a little better.
And wanting. Will you rip off their earnest pleas?
Yeah, we just did not have a good option
Wealth is
there.
worthless without purpose.
Yeah, that is absolutely coming with us right now. Unfortunately, to go through 2 fights short-handed here.
Quickly.
That death noise still makes me feel like somebody let the air out of the dog. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. It's not like I'm all drainy or nasty or anything. Just, very much having that day, I guess. Oh, you jerk. I was really hoping to use her, turn to de-stress.
An unexpected find.
Well, what can you do? Ish, my allergies are not really seasonal. I have some sort of persistent nasty allergic issue that is just kind of always on. That said, yeah, it's springtime and there's the pollen and so on. But we're also have a big nasty rainstorm going on outside right now. Probably it's a pressure change thing. That always makes me just the tiniest bit miserable. Yeah, here's the bad news, and it's real bad.
Relief
Because we're very much set to stomp the hell out of the front guy in a group. And they're going to do their level best to make that difficult for me. He just immobilized Ismus in the front rank. And became invalid to point-blank shot due to stealth. Okay. See what it gets you when you pop out of that. You know, I know that his stealth odds are not this good. Yeah, 20% per round, so we have just had some amazing bad luck happen here. Hey, you're trouble. How you doing? And thank you so much for the resub. Okay. Please get some heal in. Yeah, we desperately need this guy dead. Yeah, we had some things take a turn on us.
Miscalculation, perhaps.
Takes a heal. Even if that had critted, it wouldn't have done the job, but, come on. Whew. Yeah, we just had a chain of events happen earlier where our, my brain, where our, plague doc did not have a lot of chance to survive. Oh, I don't even know. Well, that's easy. Dump those. You know, that's actually exactly enough. So, it's the end. Stop looking at things. And the good news is denial, so this is the last region. That's also really the bad news, because we don't have,
where. But familiar nonetheless.
Everyone I would hope to have. Because we managed to kill a bit of mastery with Paracelsus there. That is really the exact right in to hit right here and now, though. Yeah, doubly so as we didn't really have anything that could have saved the Highwaymen under any circumstance.
Before the end.
Thinking ahead here. Oh, yeah, of course it's not going to let me buy anything. Don't be silly. Alright, well, instead of what we were planning on using the wine for, which was to shore up relationships and yada yada, we'll use them to improve Alhazred's relationships up to actual positive outcomes with everybody. Which, amusingly, at the tail end, he immediately swears off the bottle because we gave him a lot of booze just there. There's things I would definitely prefer to get from the Provisioner, and these are not really them. Oh, we'll take the guarantee. Set you up as best we can for causing some mayhem. Borrow that. She can have extra crit. Keep the stun resisting trinket, I guess. And yeah, he picked up both Tippler and Resolute, so he wants to drink and won't drink. Which seems like the kind of combination that's going to cause you a little bit of grief in your life.
Be taught, and you may stand just a little taller at the end.
Can I even get you enough combo? Probably not, actually. Which means this is probably dumb to be holding. Yeah, unless we do something like Go Chaotic Offering, and I'm not sure I'm a fan. I think we'll end up doing it anyway. This plan is a little wing and a prayer right now.
Planning and mindfulness.
That is what it is.
As vital to survival as sharpened steel.
Now the game's going to be all, but you could do some repairs. Yeah, we're not going to.
Leads beyond
Cope.
Tried and tested. A value to be counted on. Aspiration unites the hopeful.
And the best I can say about that is at least that we didn't end up with any negative relationships there, which is always a concern with a new guy.
At last, the great ziggurat. Temple of failure and regret.
Hey, you Dysenberg. Also, for your little giggle for the day, the achievement for replacing a dead hero is called FNG. Had a feeling that would get you. I don't really want to pop the crit cap in that character. Pop the point blank in that almost dead character. So we'll do some manipulating on the line here. And probably end up in the same dumb space next turn.
Awash in turmoil.
Could you just fix that? Thank you.
A brilliant conclusion.
Alright, Dismas, please shoot this man in the tentacles. He's all tentacles, that shouldn't be too hard.
Cooperation is the key.
Yeah, that worked out. Also, folks, do be advised, I've got a thunderstorm locally going on. Not a big one, it's not very intense, I haven't heard any strikes right near here yet. But it's kind of going on out there, distantly in the distance. And so if my power suddenly goes kapoof, probably that's me done for a bit.
Pity the great denier, chained by its own command.
Yeah, okay, admittedly Denial of Reach kind of puts her in a bad space. In a sort of congratulations, you get to spend your turn doing nothing. This isn't very different than the rest of the team. You just get to take stress for it. The others are stunned. Seriously, game? That was a whole lot of that bullshit. Yeah, they really can.
Bafflement and vexation.
Right through the stun resist. What's Audrey's total stun resist? 45. So not amazing, you know, but still frustrating. Sit back there and absolutely spam tentacles on them for a while. It's working out. Alright, front lock is done.
Measured and steady.
Naturally, they put Fortitude up on the turn I need to heal Baldwin to keep him in play.
Measure out your violence and apply it judiciously.
Okay, ranged is done on its turn. There goes Baldwin.
Go with grace into the great beyond.
Which was kind of gimmicky at that point. We were in some trouble. Bit of a known that. Oh, dude.
A long road and an abrupt end.
Well, we're going to end up in a miserable space here because we've got no melee line left. That was not good odds. I'll take it. Again, with the no healing on the turn, we've got someone on death's door in need of their own healing.
The enemy weak. waxes and wanes. He will
Not that it would have
drift among
mattered.
the stars.
So the problem is, I'm reasonably sure that we now have Audrey in an absolutely unwinnable position. Yeah, because she's going to be spending multiple turns stuck passing.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
That was ridiculous. Funny, ridiculous. But because of the Death Door issue, I don't think we can survive long enough to worry about it. If nothing else, the flame tick will get us
for the rich
eventually.
and poor alike. Each milestone makes the next road just a little easier.
Yeah, that said, our candles for that run are absolutely ridiculous, which is good, because we have a lot of things to buy. I'll be right back to do that.
The greatest horror, it would seem, is nothing at all.
Let's see what we got. And yeah, I think really that whole beat started when Paracelsus went down. There was not much for it at that point. But what can you do?
Look to those who
The
have
first thing
known
we'll be doing,
fear
however, is
and
quite
failure
straightforward.
in ample portion.
Let's just roll down here. Grab you. Grab you.
Marveling at the architecture, I was sure would outlast us both.
I wish the timing hadn't been such that he was talking over some of that. But what can you do? Alright.
The true splendor of a world. Those who live within it.
With the exception of the Plague Doc, who seems to be up to their second path, we're about even on spending all around.
A little more light, a little more strength.
Let's bump everything to even nodes.
Spare a thought for tools of iron. Such implements will serve us well.
Grab that for a stagecoach slot. And, since we got the candles, let's grab our first 3 pets.
Can calm. Sanctuary, as fleeting as a dying star.
We'll talk about pets as we go here. No, that's what I thought. It is just nudging those up and then not acknowledging them as red after I didn't click them.
Your sanctum, adrift in this bituminous nightmare. Between semesters, we would spend our days rambling the woods, talking excitedly of esoteric theory and ancient mysteries. The crossroads, wait by the lantern's light, and welcome what help may come.
Alright. So, some new guys. First things first, the Flagellant. The Flagellant is a front-rank character who is very, very good at blighting, and does a bunch of support, but does a bunch of support by a lot of self-harm. His base path, of course, is Wanderer. Maniac changes up some of his skills, losing a little bit of his blight in favor of being a little bit easier to position everywhere. Maniac is going to be a thing that would help a lot if we actually had skills for him. We do not right now, so we're going to stick to Wanderer. Base kit, Punish, a front rank front hit for blighting. Fester, which explodes a corpse and deals blight to adjacent targets. Deathless, which self-heals for 20%. Self-damages for 20% and heals a target for 25%. Endure, which reduces stress on a target but increases his stress. And Lash's Gift, which self-heals him. And, adds a stress and a attack up and a defense up, but I'm not sure if that targets someone else or just him. That can change up with his paths. Little confounding. He is, of course, going in.
Zealotry, an undying blight upon the soul.
The Vestal, as much as you remember her, very good at ranged and back rank support. Her base kit is a front melee attack, which is not going to be much help in this party because she ain't going to be there. A ranged that removes dodge in addition to ignoring it, as well as stealth. Judgment, which is a damage skill that adds extra effects as she has more faith tokens. Her heal, which adds extra effects as she has more faith tokens. And then Consecration of Fortitude, which slaps down a buff that we'll talk about as we do it. She's also got a path which works fairly well with her base kit, adding to 3 of the 4 skills, but one of them is Hand of Light, which is not so super helpful here because still only front. It also turns our Judgment more debuffy instead of damagey. We're going to stick her clear in the bag rank. Actually, we can stick her in the 3rd rank.
But unbowed.
We'll throw Paracelsus in as well, popping up into full Alchemist and being all blight nasty. Lose Incision in favor of Plague Grenade. Go with it like that, maybe. Blinding Gas or... No, I really like the ability to shake something out of its position, so we'll go with Disorient. And then for the front of this team, what I would really like is another Blight character, but we really don't have that. Not for a front man. So, we'll go Man-at-Arms.
Pride. More devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns.
We may end up running him with Courageous Abandon, because it's a load of fun if we can get the big nasty shield effects on him. But we'll see how that goes.
Onward once again.
But I know we had a couple of votes who could see our new guy here, and now he's in.
The point of no return welcomes you with open arms. The bulwark of your denial is giving way.
And she's done. You, on the other hand, need to be in front. So, Consecration of Fortitude slaps down this buff, which grants defense or dodge on whoever's in this rank at the start of their turn. This can cause some funkiness, because if you can set things up so you're moving the people so that 2 or more people start there at the beginning of their turn, you can really spread that buff around. This is especially easy when you set it up so you've got Dismas involved in that thing. So she's sitting on 2 of her conviction tokens, which gets her to double damage on Judgment. Which is significant.
One less obstacle in our path. A fortune in memories long forgotten.
Also, Barrison would like a watchtower. Damien wants to be killing blowing cadavers. Paracelsus would like to killing blow the general. Good luck. Junia wants to Hand of Light twice in a fight, which, not really very doable in this comp. We could have set up to do it in that fight if I had done that in advance.
The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
So, quick bit of discussion on the Radiant Flame, because now we have the next tier of Radiant Flame, which gives bigger buffs. As well as some pets. Now, the pets all have a thing going on. The Orphan Wolf Cub gives you a little bit of stress resist for every luxury gear equipped on the coach, and a +10 positive relationship chance across the board. The Pygmy Pliskin is +10% healing received from medical gear on the coach, and gives 10% heal or random heal after each location. The Unnatural Owlet increases your debuff resistance when you have Tinker's gear, and gives you an increased chance of producing items. Which, if you can get all of the right things together, those are neat. That said, the best we've got is we can get one piece of luxury gear or one of Tinker's, because no medical gear available at all. And hey, Mama Cat, enjoy your lurk. That reminds me, I need to check a thing. That thing does not seem to be changed up the way I expected. Half a mo. That is not what I wanted, thing. Oh well, I'll sort that out later. Oh, pardon, something caught my attention in the other window, and it's one of those I will have to debug that and solve it later problems. Alright, so let's grab the luxury gear. And the Orphan Wolf Cub. You can only run one pet in a stagecoach slot, and once you install it, that's what's in that slot for good. There's no I have to have it trinkets going on here. Yeah, I really like that we've got an extra minigame which boils down to, you know, spend your time setting stuff up.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Oh, we didn't luck into anything major for relationship changers here.
The next stop is leagues away. Plan accordingly. Any advantage is a good thing.
Damien being what he is, I'm not really sure where to start for him. I think we'll grab both Punish and Fester and just, you know, plan on using him to blight the absolute crap out of everything. That is not the button I need to click.
The first of many forks in the road.
So, lots of creature dens with a goal to clear out the lair for candles.
Unbowed.
Border scouting, no hospital for candles. Alright, no hospital for candles I can work with.
Burn. All that beauty and knowledge. Ash. flash on the wind.
Oof. Yeah. That reference is definitely a thing, and I can't imagine anyone else in the channel would get it. Unless some very specific people are here who I don't believe are tonight. Yeah, quick bit of checking says no. Yeah, the pets definitely have a way of changing up your run a little. In a lot of cases, they give you something to focus on in terms of what you're equipping.
Behold,
all of them, by the way, have a unique cage.
the great cities of man.
Alright, everyone wants to go to the assistance encounter, and too bad! You're going to do your stories, and you will like it.
The loathing whispers. Flagellant. Chapter 1. Baptism.
Alright, CT, try and rest. Thank you so much
He
for
was
coming
a
in.
listless shade of the city, indifferent to his penury. With his skeletal build and bleeding gums, he looked an easy target for a pair of drunks seeking an outlet for their frustrations. The blows rained down, a tooth cracked, and a feverish crimson eclipsed his vision. In pain, there was power. He rose above his panting assailants and, reveling in the marks of their sin, forgave them their trespasses.
Did I mention the flatulent is really disturbing? Because, yeah. I'm not 100% sure. That said, I think he definitely probably should ought to be. You know, now they've got a just leave option, and that's kind of neat.
Chapter 2. In Service of the Divine. Drawn to the somber depths of the Church's oubliettes, he pledged his life to the clergy. There he inflicted death by slow, delicious degrees, each crack of the lash an honor, a gift, a morbid sacrament. But his zeal proved too ardent, his brethren too timid. They cast him out, rendered him once more onto the streets.
So we're going to put that skill on because it's amazing. Actually, we need to adjust his skills anyway. So lose Deathless, lose Endure, grab Acid Rain, and more.
A simple choice. At least it should be.
Alright, we're avoiding the scouting. I don't see the tower. I'm not going to bet we've passed the tower, which means question marks are dangerous anyway.
Let us hope the madman.
Although I have a little concern because we are in kind of dire shape on the wheels here. I'm wishing we had enough relics baubles here to be worth talking about, because there are some very nice pieces in here. I particularly like the icon for what she's doing right now. That said, we are absolutely stashing the Songbook of Touching Dirges for later.
Of comfort on the road to damnation.
It is a bit of a mystery to me that the leaf suspension is not a luxury gear. And no, they didn't get rid of those at all. The flagellant just doesn't hit one at 1 or 2.
Though decidedly inconvenient, at least we know what's coming. The fanatics feed themselves to the fire, their flesh melting like candle wax.
I had been somewhat lamenting that we couldn't afford the wind chime at the last location, and so here's one for us.
Chaos must be met with unwavering resolve.
Wow, we've got a lot of team who would like to ditch. I'm going to disappoint you guys. We're not ditching. Although, in fairness, now I slightly wish we had, because Pit Fighter. Yike. Let's hold you forward. No, I guess you're going to daze instead. That's fine. Just, you know, let those guys know they've been thumped on a bit.
A steady subtraction, an invariable result. enemy weakens and wanes.
Well, we almost put him to Death Star. There we go. Need to stop and look at goals
In this
again.
weighty gloom, a spark.
Also, naturally, they're dropping the fire resist trinket.
Abates.
Okay, we're avoiding the hospital. Yeah, so, not the watchtower, so don't go this way. Look for a watchtower. And, those are still mostly not very feasible. Not, but I'm thinking we'll see a watchtower here toward the end of this.
Echoes of humanity, twisted by hopelessness. The fiend's strength dwindles.
I feel like Gruesome Reflection shouldn't even work on that guy.
On to the next. Agony by accumulation.
Alright, there's one for sure.
Persistence will overcome even the greatest of threats. Greater threats await those who dare.
Despite getting a piece of the other one, I don't think the Blight kill counts for his. Is she not a cadaver? Am I confused?
They revel in debauchery, debasing themselves in the face of the end.
We have a bunch of people who would really rather not be doing any fighting. It sucks. So, he needs some healing. So, let's lash his gift up. Okay, so he can in fact hand somebody else the buff. Why don't you hit a little harder? Would take a little stress. go ahead and save everybody some trouble here for a minute. So while he's under more, every time he gets hit, he gets a token, which will heal him at the end of his next turn. Okay, they're gaunts. That makes me wonder what lists is cadaver.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
Because we're in this kind of space where we've got a lot of very similarly named enemy types, gaunt schools, cadavers.
The loathing abates.
Because I could see a perfectly reasonable world in which what he means by that is corpses.
The enemy weakens and wanes.
Okay, I'd like to take a turn now. Thank you. We can't actually heal him, but this heal upsets him. Remember what I was talking about stress effects on relationship effects being visible? Here it is. If we heal Barristan, Damien gets mad, despite the fact that heal literally cannot be used on him.
The smallest variable can make all the difference.
Yeah, I feel silly. There definitely should have been a heal happening right there. Very fortunately, that big dodge token saved him just there. Didn't do it twice, so he is in some shape.
A little help impeccably timed. This wound, at least, has been tended to.
Alright, this door check there.
This road cannot be walked alone. Subtraction, an invariable result.
And yeah, definitely feeling that way, Trouble.
For righteous action. Unclear potency still lingers in some of these well-worn relics.
But right at the end.
The familiar hearth crackles invitingly once again.
Damien got his wrist sprained. That is awful.
Conventional fare, but fairly priced.
So we'll grab that despite not having the right pieces for it, as well as the whiskey still.
The next stop is leagues away.
But that's 2 luxury gear, which means we've got a 10% chance of stress resist. Wind chime should lower hero stress slowly. Little extra healing, and the possibility of producing whiskey on our path. Good stuff.
The means of mastery.
I was hoping to find more relationship items here. I'm not entirely thrilled with what we got. But, you know, we can roll with it. Yeah, I think our best relationship is that 12. But we got everything out of the truly awful area anyway.
Repaired and
We can afford
refurbished.
just a little bit of repairing.
Ready for the leads ahead.
And it wants us to hit a creature den. So, you know.
Mud and rain. Resignation and death. This land is truly barren.
They may or may not be
The heart
here.
still beats. Desire will
So we'll
never
see what
die.
happens. But folks, Interpolator has been putting out, excuse me, rename requests for you. So, okay, in we go. Yeah, if no one claims characters, I'll just rename those front to back in a minute.
War. Rewards only.
Okay, I need a watchtower.
Resignation.
I'm looking for the creature den. And Paracelsus thinks they can take the lair boss.
Despair and disorientation. Steal your mind as we pass through the void.
Alright, Dysenberg, I'll get you in a second. Dragon House, I've run out of things to name, because Interpolator just run down 4, unless you want to rename the
Refreshing
cart.
commune unburdens the mind.
Okay.
Scavenge what you can and be off once more.
That's great, Trouble. Alright, so, I saw
Destiny will not be denied.
Flagellant Cold by Dysenberg, and Ish called the PD. Okay, which means that LDG gets assigned to the Man-at-Arms, which I find funny. And since I had one left over, we'll put Mama Cat in for Junia. And since I have a leftover naming problem, sadly I can't rename the pet. So the stagecoach can now be renamed the Dragon Wagon. There we go. Problem solved. Meanwhile, I looked in the reward list and saw one from a stream from 4 days ago that I don't remember seeing the rename on. So that had to get refunded to someone.
World's cruelty. Just a little.
And I have a feeling it was a joke about the chair. Speaking of, yeah, new chair. Well, same chair, new base. The old base is sitting over here on the floor here, and I need to take a picture of the damage because it's amazing. Because you know how the chairs have the pole and they have the little round thing in the base that attaches to the flat plate? Yeah, that is just cracked, hanging off by like a sliver of metal. It definitely looks a little dicey.
promising development. Stupendous.
I do really appreciate that they brought back that completely wonderful bell sound for Judgment.
Brilliant conclusion. Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it. The unrelenting application of violence
Just
yields
come on.
morbid gains.
I could really see it, Dysenberg. I'm really amused by the flagellant's mugging line here. But we'll grab the armor, because being in full armor gives us extra
Think carefully.
defense.
Today's oversight is tomorrow's reward.
Okay, quick thing. We're looking for an animal den. I do see one, it's ahead of ways. So really here it's just a matter of what do I feel like encountering. Where nobody actually has much of relevance. And we lucked out and grabbed the bell. So let's just push you forward.
Chapter 3. More. He roved out in search of torment, consuming the sin of any who would urge their misdeeds upon his body. Each wound fueled his fervor, a rapture only found in baptism by the lash. Drunk on his bloody intinctions, manic with the need for some elusive apotheosis, he gouged at himself without mercy. As blood poured from his rended flesh, his consciousness faltered, and the thundering hoofbeats of death rang violent in his ears.
And, Trouble, I very much appreciate having the hammer in your game. I haven't actually played War Tales yet. I'm trying to remember if that's the one that... there's like 3 or 4 mercenary games out there, and there was one where the story was so actively grim that I found myself going, you know, I could just pass. But I don't remember what one it was. It was one of those things where a bunch of my friends were streaming it. I swear that Dysenberg here has gone no to every single combat encounter so far. Yeah, I'd have to go digging. Okay, the answer is these guys are my cadavers. I kind of thought that would be true after... and these also are running the big move resist debuff, so just...
a slow dissection.
have fun.
An unavoidable end. time to falter. Malaise, measured and steady.
Much better. Wow, just hyper-focused back there.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
Still guarding. Didn't think about it. Alright, now you're done for. Look, guys, I don't mean to be away at this, but could you stop focusing so hard? Could you distract them for me? Thanks. Your page.
There remains a foothold out of this mire. Now climb.
This turn intentionally wasted for a bigger heal next turn.
An invariable result.
Which apparently was completely supplanted by the amorous heal. I'll take it.
We are the flame, burning brightly for all the world to see. The loathing abates. Myriad options require careful deliberation.
Yeah, also somewhere in there Dysenberg got his 2 kills on cadavers, which is great.
Emptied of mind and spirit by some existential shock, the poor devils roam aimlessly amidst the trees.
The Lost Battalion are just way nastier than they were, though, with the buffs. Here's an example of how. This guy starts with Benediction now. Yeah, only the one of it, but, you know, that means he's got the ability to just right off the bat, pop that one skill that I've completely forgotten the name of. not you.
Observe the subject carefully.
Which apparently we've never
You
seen
will
on this
discover
particular
its
save.
weaknesses.
I wish I could remember the name now. Whatever. But it's his resurrection one.
In crisis, we can rely only on each other.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Measured and steady.
Also, Junior would like to remind you, bell noises. I just need to get a little handbell on the table to just, like, ring when I do that skill. Probably excessive. What? That was not the skill I meant to do. I thought I was on Heisenberg's turn. We're trying to disorient the corpse. It'll work great. He will be very confused. Still dead, but confused. You know, I had forgotten I'd thrown the clandestine cape on him, and I think it's been much more of a hindrance than a help. And in Tribulated, all I can imagine now is like the process of properly galvanizing your zombies with, you know, appropriate degrees of galvanized rubber. Zombie maintenance. It's a thing. Huh. Yeah, not really enough to be worth talking about. I really don't like the trade-offs on most of these gray level trinkets. I might be thinking of vulcanized rubber, yes. Although, you know, I'm also fine with coating zombies in zinc. That could be funny.
Face the half-remembered horrors of their past.
So when last we talked to this guy, he had just met death.
Chapter 4. Death's Door. Her scythe destruction. A premature end to his sacred journey of sensation.
And yes, this means that the flagellant is so toxic even death doesn't want to hang out with him. Just gotta put that out there.
From the world's gruesome delights. His power was enough to defy death herself.
And so yeah, that is the big replacement for his self-heal. So we'll drop Lash's Gift, we'll put up Sepsis. Because, screw you, everything.
Parasite. Opportunists.
And should I be like, wouldn't that logically be the circle of unlife? You know, let's just bump the light. Alright, Ishtail, we'll see you later. Thanks for hanging out. Those guys are both dead. You know, that's fair, yeah. It does rather mess up the scansion.
This wound, at least, has been tended to.
that skill so much. So in a bit of good news, bad news, we're in great hit points. We're in mostly good shape on quirks, although we could lose sprained wrist. The rest of this is mostly not terribly concerning.
Even the worst habits can be overcome.
And there is largely not anything I care about for taking with us to the last end, so ignore all of that. That's the good news. The bad news is we're hitting 2 rough patches and have 1 point of wheel.
Ahead,
We're going to be hitting the fixed wagon encounter.
littered with bones and less identifiable remains.
Because I don't remember there being a reward in the animal den that fixes your wheels. You know, I meant to take that stupid cloak off of him. I remember talking about it specifically.
Malaise, measured, steady.
I think he's just dead. Any death resistance on you? No. So yeah, you're just dead.
A miscalculation, perhaps.
One of those things where we've got to peel the dodge off these things. Which makes the Vestal very handy because she does that for free. Unfortunately, his attacks put the dodge back on, so it's going to be a bit of a horse race.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
What if instead of letting him stack those back up, he was just dead?
A small foundation of trust. be walked alone.
I want those to die at fairly similar times,
Measure out
so
your violence
we've kind of got to
and
play a
apply
little
it judiciously.
particular line here.
A calculated generosity, but a welcome one nonetheless. Incremental, but deadly all the same.
They're stacking real hard on Ish. He's death's door on his turn. Same there.
Sweat-soaked brows, unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold. Steady yourself.
Alright, those guys are done. And now let's work on finishing the rest. Mostly doing that to clear the vulnerability off him.
Hold fast, for who knows what lurks in the beyond.
Nope, he doesn't have a target in the right range. Alright, we'll just explode a corpse. He's dead on his turn. I was hoping to disorient them into the right position, but whatever. We're at the point where they're within reach, and so really, we can solve the problem that way, and that's fine.
Trivial worriment.
Yeah, not exactly the smoothest approach there. Remove diseases for the party. That's good, because we picked one up. Right there. Also, before we go any further, you do not, in fact, you have... Daredevil is giving you. Okay, yeah. That's annoying. On the plus side, I guess I did remember to take off the thing. We're just getting vulnerability stacks from Daredevil. So, yeah, we didn't have any wheels survivability left here, so we get thumped by the here's a random encounter. And the way the repair thing works is, every turn, somebody gets the repair token, and they get to spend their turn repairing the stagecoach, instead of doing something useful. I was hoping to just nudge him and tap him over. And then also, somebody is taking extra stress from, please don't leave me behind every turn. That was the wrong skill.
This wound, at least, has been tended to. A slow dissection. An unavoidable end.
Yeah, it's a really rough little encounter. Made a hell of a lot rougher when we're starting to hit stuns, too. Or that. Ow.
This road cannot be walked alone.
Gunman back there is dead. No, else did I think you can self-heal, you jerk. Yeah, I'm a bit neutral on it. I don't love the way it takes someone out every turn, plus adds so much stress. But this is also here is a hard fight because you weren't paying good enough attention to your wheels penalty, so I sort of understand it.
A lesson taught is a lesson learned.
It's meant to be tough.
Burning brightly for all the world to see.
Maybe a little obnoxious yet, but, you know, what can you do? We're through, regardless. We got a little bit of road healing happening on our way to the, rampart. Yeah, let's pull you forward. So he's got 6 hit points left effectively. Nevertheless.
Brilliant conclusion.
I could use another turn of warm-up there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm much more concerned about getting this guy down into death's door.
Unavoidable. All problems have their solutions, even the big ones.
Alright, well, that puts us up to our end. So we'll get some mastery, we'll lose the one disease. And then onto the mountain.
Lower your guard. Soften your gaze. It is safe here.
All right. So we pulled the whiskey barrel, so let's reduce party stress and hope for mostly positive interactions, which we got. The low relationship is Dysenberg and literally everybody.
Precious relics remind us of a time before the end.
Okay, let's go ahead and grab the doubled up songbooks. None of that is relevant to my interests. Well, we managed to recover something out of that. Maybe not as good as I liked. Erebor, dude, I cannot explain the story to you. I still don't know. I am hoping that the tail end of the Act 3, 4, 5 stuff gives me some better sense of what's going on, but I don't have it yet. And what Dysenberg said, that's as good an explanation as any, although I don't think it's the only interpretation. Or at least, I feel like what we've been shown has a lot of possible interpretations. Don't end
Sometimes it is
expedition.
wiser to try anew, fortified by trials past.
Just slightly. Yeah, I'm kind of out of ideas, so we'll go to the Wainwright.
Your coach must be maintained if it is
Dump
to
that
carry
into
you where
repairing
you
the
must
armor.
go.
There's no real reason to repair the wheels, but that's fine. Oh no, there is extra travel healing. That I didn't know about. And we don't actually need a trophy to enter the mountain on denial because it's got the two
Practice.
areas only.
Improve.
So we'll bump sepsis. We'll get very pushy here. We're going to have to trade Noxious Blast out at the end, but we'll do that. Everyone else is basically where I want them, so at this point we can start doing silly things. We're bumping Cause of Death because we're going to drop Disorienting Blast for Cause of Death for the last fight.
All roads lead to the mountain, but only one leads beyond it.
Yeah, I haven't ever watched any of the dev streaming stuff except very recently. Notice that we just hit 5 out of 6 possible relationships.
Aspiration unites the hope. While the heart still beats, desire will never die.
Which is about the best possible predictor of a pretty good last fight. And yeah, it's not unusual to draw into a love triangle in this. Are there invisible locations on the mountain? I ask because we just got the stress heal, and I feel like that might have been from the wind chime. Yeah, they've definitely taken away a lot of the relationship penalties, which I really appreciate. That one is dead. Now also dead.
The fiend's strength dwindles.
But I'm very glad to see the new relationship approach.
This work is noble and necessary. The Caligulous Cathedral, malign temple of the Iron Crown.
And in we go.
Pity the great denier, chained by its own command.
You know, I meant to actually change up skills before we got into this. I feel really dumb. I had this whole plan to not have useless skills in my list, and now we still do. Go me.
Anxiety foments insidious fears.
I want him to self-heal.
This road cannot be walked.
He may still be in self-heal range there after the burn.
Excellent work.
Yeah, not the one I need. It's alright, just burn sap yourself and keep on rolling.
A slow dissection. An unavoidable end. A small reprieve from this carousel of horrors.
Why are they not... Why is this blocked? Because it's a healing skill. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. Alright, now he's done regardless.
And now, the greatest test of all. Traveled, trapped, held captive by fear. Fellowship forged through toil.
Focus. Yeah, I can definitely imagine it. And I can imagine that working about as well as you'd expect. There we go. Big self-heal. Meow. Yeah, you get to hang out. Come on. Come on. Come here. Ah, that was a trick. Yes. Now you must say hello. Yes, say hello.
Dragged back from the brink.
Hello to to everybody. Hello to the stream. How are you?
A master stroke.
Yeah, it's rough being a cat, you can tell.
Sweat-soaked brows.
Yeah.
Unsteady stances. Exhaustion takes hold.
Should be a no-heal's turn.
Haste and carelessness.
I'd like to set up to stop having those just there.
Prepared.
Both of those are now blighted to death. So we'll be on no range for the entire rest of the fight. Which is going to put Junia basically straight up out of this fight for the rest of the fight, which is rough, but will work. The cat is now sullenly sitting off in the middle of floor. This was not the attention I said. You're mean. There we go.
At last, the world's mind is free to remember a time before the cancerous corruption.
Well, there's a start.
The flame grows stronger.
Yeah, 50 candles, I'll definitely take it. A step in the right direction. Alright, we'll be moving on to the next confession, but probably not tonight, because I have to take care of some things before time for bed here. So I'm going to wrap it up a little early, but it was a bonus stream, and we started a little early, so no big. And folks, I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow, although probably what we'll be doing is alternating a couple of days of this and a couple of days of Star Wars this week until we can finish out Star Wars. And we'll see. But I'll see you tomorrow for a little something, and I look forward to it. And good night, everyone. Thank you so much for watching.